Are you ready to set up a homeschool room for your children? Here are 5 top tips to keep in mind to make that homeschool space perfect for your child and to make homeschooling easier for your family. Please hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified whenever a new video is released. So the first thing that you need to consider when you're setting up a homeschool room is to think about what your goals are. Before you're setting up your homeschool room, you really want to think about your goals for your kids and your reasons for homeschooling. And this will help you create a room that will accomplish those goals. Are you hoping to really inspire your kids to learn to read and to enjoy reading? If so, then you might want to think about creating a cozy reading nook for your kids with comfortable seating and open bookshelves. Are you looking to study a lot of science and to delve deep into biology this year? Maybe you'll want to set up a microscope station with slides. So really thinking about your priorities can help to customize your room for your children and for their interests and for what you'll be studying. Secondly, you want to consider the layout of your space. How can you organize your furniture in your space and make that really conducive to homeschooling? Make sure the room is functional for both your kids and for you. It's also important to make sure that each child has a workspace where they can really focus on their lessons. Make sure that your space is flexible enough to create room for group projects as well. So you might want to have some things that you can move around if you need to so that your kids can collaborate together. But you also want to make sure that each child has their own space where they can concentrate and really get some work done as well. Third, you want to make sure that your homeschool room is really kid-friendly. It's important to make sure that kids feel comfortable in their homeschool classroom so that they'll want to spend time there. One important way to do this is to make sure that the furniture is child-sized so that they will be comfortable as they're working. I'll put a link in the description to a video that explains exactly how to choose the perfect size table and chair for your child and how to know if that furniture is the right fit for them. It's also important to make sure that the materials and supplies that you're using for homeschool are accessible to your kids. You might want to consider adding some low open shelves and some simple storage solutions so that your kids can find what they need really easily. This will help keep your classroom neat as well because it will be easier for kids to clean up if they can put away their own supplies after they finish their lesson. And it will also help to minimize interruptions because if kids know where the supplies are and can get them out for themselves, then they won't have to ask you every time they need something new, which can be really helpful, especially if you're homeschooling more than one child. Fourth, you want to consider the paint color in your homeschool room. Studies show that the color of the walls in a classroom actually makes a really big difference in how kids are acting and how they're learning. Cool colors like blue and purple and green can help kids really relax and focus better, while warm colors like red and orange and yellow can encourage kids to be more creative. So again, you want to think about what your goals are for your kids and what they need the most in their space. And then finally, it's important to get your child's input as you're setting up their classroom. How can you help your child to have a say in how their classroom looks and how it functions? When kids get a say in the decision-making process, it helps them to be able to take ownership of the decision. Kids will also be more motivated to learn in a homeschool room that they help to create. So consider adding some decorations or some elements that reflect each of your kids' personalities and interests in your homeschool room. Kids can help pick out those decorations as well as the furniture and supplies, and that will be something that will make homeschooling more fun for them. So what do you think about when you're setting up your homeschool room? Leave your thoughts in the comments.